One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 41 yards on the ground.
And the Patriot 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A first carry now. This is Williams. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Bills 0.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Trenton Cannon, and they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Julian Blackman bringing him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
I'm going to run you over. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Hey. Check, tight. Crunch.
Throwing on second and long. Allen trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for... A first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Patriots.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Patriots 7, Bills nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. On the carry, it's Cannon. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. They'll run. This is Cannon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing is Allen on third. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. So that one will be accepted. Now it's Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Albert Okuebunam was the target there. Third down here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Huntley got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Harris Campbell, 78 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Pick up the 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's time right there. Alert, alert, alert. Bring it. Slow. Hey, tight. Watch out. Back.
On the counter, this is Singletary. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lucky.
They'll run here with Singletary. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
The ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
I'm coming after you. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Hey, home.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
51, 51. You can't block me. You can't block me.
56.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, Allen rolling to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And a short return to the 6-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
To throw on second down. Huntley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run with Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Patriot first down.
Off the play fake. Huntley. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
you want. 9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. One more time, it's Cannon. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Cannon, the ball
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's taken to the 26. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Patriots take over
at their own 37-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Quickly completed to the right flat. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Williams. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. incomplete. Toss play left. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
And it's
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
3 yards. It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here's Huntley. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Alvaro Cuebuna, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now on 2nd and 16, Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The Patriots.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
At the
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On 1st down, Huntley. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Barkley. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, New England.
Throwing on first down. Huntley. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Complete to
Albert O with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Back now in Buffalo, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
3-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Julian Love picks it. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Number 53, Mike 53.
They go play action here on first down. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Patriots 33, Bills nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Allen now looks to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Patriots' defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Watch the pass. Come on, baby. Let's go.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Huntley to throw. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Off the bootleg. Huntley. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Huntley. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Allen. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Allen. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18 on the play.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He was defended by...
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Pats, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Bills,